Are you interested to know what next in markets? Hi, I am CA Rudramurthy, author, trader and trainer, welcomes you to this episode on what next in markets and what to expect in the calendar year 2025. First of all, we have seen a correction of over 12% on Nifty as well as Bank Nifty, which are representation of Indian stock market and they are the leading index. However, if you see mid and small cap at index level, the correction has been much more steeper, and in few stocks, if you go particularly, the correction has been even to the extent of 30 to 50% on an average, and few of these stocks are down even 50% more than that from the peak. And also especially the public sector undertakings have seen a brutal fall from their recent highs. Whether you take names like Concor, you take even PSU banks, whether it is Canara Bank, Punjab National Bank, SBI, or even you take the other public sector undertakings like either PFC, REC, or even for that matter, defense, shipping stocks, railway stocks, all these have seen a correction on an average anywhere between 30 to 50%. If your portfolio has seen this kind of a correction and you want to know why, yes, the number one factor for this big fall has been both global as well as local. Globally, if you see the strengthening of dollar against most of the currency, and also rupee not being an exception, where rupee has reached its all-time lows against dollar and having breached even levels of 87, this indicates that yes, money is going out of emerging market and it is going back to country US where the dollar is strengthening. So if rupee depreciation and dollar strengthening is number one reason, number two followed by this is also heavy selling by FIIs. The foreign institutional investors have sold over 2 lakh crores just in last 1 quarter, and if you see this kind of a selling, it has been one of the historical selling by FII, and FIIs have majorly sold in their holdings which are in banks, especially if you see the correction either in HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, SBI, Reliance. All these top frontline stocks from the peak are down anywhere between 20 to 30%. And in fact, if you take Reliance Industry, Tata Motor, and these bluest of the blue chip from their peak are down 30 to 35%. However, now after this correction, we are able to see some amount of respite in margin of safety as well as valuation. And what is now very important is locally, if you see, even the result season for last quarter was very bad. It was way below expectation, and always remember stock prices are slaves of earnings, and very bad result season overall what we saw in the last quarter was another very important reason for this huge correction in market. And not only this, you have seen even GDP coming down, and also government has become completely silent without speaking anything on the next set of reforms. Yes, unless this budget the government takes it very serious, and Nirmala Sitharaman has always been cursed for levying only new taxes and additional taxes, can she make a difference in the budget which is coming on February 1st? And yes, all eyes are on that particular budget, and it is very crucial to see if they bring any changes in terms of both reforms as well as reduction of taxes which has to come out in order to give some amount of macro push to this market. And also government spending and what is their next agenda or plan and a set of reforms they want to come out with is also very closely watched. And for me, the most important point right now will be how will this quarter earnings pan out. And we have already seen results from TCS, HCL Technology, and completely a mixed bag of results. And now we have to see how will results come, especially from banks and also we want to see the set of results which will come from other major Nifty 50 stocks. Yes, there is number one thing to be watched out now is the result season, and do remember always stock prices are slaves of earnings. And after this, the easiest way to understand this market and whether will it bottom anytime soon is to see when will FII selling stop. FIIs are continuously selling this market, and at least we have to see two consecutive positive close from FIIs in cash market. That means I want to see the foreign institutional investors who are selling anywhere on an average between 4,000 crore to 8,000 crore in cash market on a daily basis. Will this turn positive? And the moment FII starts becoming net buyer in cash market where it turns positive, and at least two consecutive days if they turn net buyers, then one can conclude that yes, this market fall is more or less done with. However, for short term, having fallen so steeply down, we can expect some short term bounces, and these short term bounces will again get sold into at higher levels. Rather than trying to catch the bottom, wait for clarity, and I feel again this quarter more or less market should bottom out, and yes, mouth watering levels are available and huge discount sale is happening in lot of great companies available now at lower valuations and with greater amount of margin of safety. And let me tell you, unless we see that FII is turning buyers, this market will still continue to be highly volatile, and it is also not easy to short and sit, because after you short there are steep bounces which will also come in market, and can you withstand that? Yes, how to trade in this highly volatile market, how to understand both fundamental news which are coming out globally and locally, and how to read charts and understand the effect of these news on price, and are you able to make out these things in market both in terms of macro and in terms of your individual stock. Yes, these are times where you have to save the bullet and hold on to the money what you have rather than losing with lot of uncertainties around the market. I am doing lot of homework in terms of self study, studying market, improving my knowledge and wisdom in different fields where I want to grow. And my question to you, are you also doing that? Yes, these are times where at least till March, I will tell each one of you, spend more time with your family, spend more time on your education, like how I am spending time more on my education. And this is the time to stay in the game so that you will win the game, if not now but at a later point of time. But till then, are you in the game to win the game is the big question. So with these inputs of market, I will tell you, keep watching for regular video updates on markets here in your channel. Do forward this great inputs to a lot of your friends who are in market not knowing what to do, and also spend time and educate yourself and make an investment on your education which will give you the highest return on investment. So with these inputs, signing off, Rudraamurthy.